Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another Lokes Gaming Log on TSWS Gaming. Uh, it's another Sunday. It's 9 p.m. Central African time, so I have to be here. It's a good time to be here. Mahalo too, Big. Appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate you. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. It's gonna be a bit weird this week. I don't have many videos like trailers to show. Unfortunately, Venomous Viper sent me a link to some really weird things that are going on Twitch, so I'm going to give that a go. We're gonna take a look at it, and then yeah, we'll see if the world is still if it's still normal after we've seen whatever the hell's going on Twitch. But for now, let's start with the first article. Like the headline says, right? Naruto live action movie will be written by Tomb Raider animated series showrunner Tasha Huo. Huo. I'm sure I butchered it, but it is what it is. So first off, I'm just gonna be honest about this. I don't know who Tasha Huo is, and I still haven't seen the Tomb Raider animated series. If I'm not mistaken, it's not even out yet. But let's get into the article. It's been some time since we received an update on live action Naruto movie, but that has all changed. It has been revealed that Tasha Huo, the showrunner of Net. Oh, you see, I was right. It's still not out. Netflix's upcoming Tomb Raider animated series will be writing film. As reported by Variety, Huo will be on board for the project from Lionsgate that will bring the beloved anime to the big screen in a new way. We didn't learn anything else from the film, but it's nice to know it's still in development. So first off, I don't think it's nice to know that it's in development. I'm sorry. I don't want to burst everyone's bubble, but if we've been paying attention to the the adaptations from anime to live action for the past I don't know how many years, the one it the one time they got it right was with One Piece. Everything, everything else, with no exception, has been horrible. Bad at best, but on average, horrible. It's like they're doing it on purpose. They're trying to piss people off on purpose. Okay? Uh, so, me personally, I'm not sitting here thinking, you know what, I'm looking forward to this because my favorite quote is past performance informs future results, right? So, if your past performances have been terrible, it's why people expect big things of Cristiano Ronaldo. It's why people expect big things when someone says this game comes from Hideo Kojima. When someone says, what other analogy can I go with? LeBron James is going to play for the Charlotte Bobcats. Everyone's going to get up and be like, okay, something is going to happen, right? So if that logic applies for good things, it should, and as we've seen with the anime to live action adaptations, it does apply to that. If we're taking bets, this is probably going to be bad. But let's carry on with the article. Huo was also involved in The Witcher Blood Origin, and the upcoming Mighty Nen and Red Sonja loves the opportunity to adapt existing stories. So I think most of the anime to live action fail on two fronts. They usually fail on the writing front and on the action front because it's very hard to do live action what gets done in most animes, because with anime you can do whatever comes to mind. You can literally just, it doesn't cost that much, right? Instead, with live action, you either have to build the sets to make it believable, but that costs a fortune, or you have to do something dumb, which is what Disney's doing. You try and make everything green screen and CGI, but then you don't put enough money into the CGI. So the CGI is bad, and people are just looking at how horrible it looks vis-a-vis all the Marvel stuff recently, right? So this one for me, it says that she was involved in The Witcher Blood Origin. In my opinion, very good anime. I enjoyed Blood Origin. So maybe the writing will be solid, right? Maybe they won't adapt it for Western audiences. Maybe they'll keep it to what it used to be, or like its original state, right? Story wise. But then you come up to the second hurdle, which is harder to clear, in my opinion, because writing, you just get the people that were involved in the original anime and make sure that the Western writers keep them on task, keep them on the rails. Don't make this about Trump. Don't make this about whatever's going on in Wisconsin or wherever the hell, right? Just make this Naruto. Okay. The writing is easy. The action is going to be the issue, in my opinion. Can you imagine the all the like the ninja thing is where they put their fingers up and then weird stuff that's happening? I don't know how they're going to make that believable in live action and not spend tons. I don't know. Adapting iconic characters or IP makes the writing of it easier. You would think, it would make it easier. But again, go and check how they've been butchering anime. Just check. All they needed to do, right, is copy paste. Just copy paste. But even then, they fail with that. Because the passion of the writing is already there. Again, let's carry on. I'm so inspired by these characters already that it's exciting to take a part of their journey and try to tell that fun story in a way that would appeal to me as a fan. See, this is where you messed up, right? What's her name? Tasha, you done messed up. This is it. This right here. Appeal to me as a fan. Bro, don't make it try to appeal to you personally. Because the reason Naruto is great is because it appeals to everyone. As soon as you try to bring it down to your level, literally, you are downgrading it. You are watering it down. It's losing its purity when it now appeals to Tasha. When it appeals to Tasha and her team of writers. You done messed up as soon as you do that. Reports of a live action Naruto film began to surface back in 2015, blah, blah, blah. Last time we got on, okay, so many Hollywood adaptations of really popular manga series just don't get it right. Why are we being kind? Why are we lying? What? Just don't get it right. They are insults to the original. Literally, that's what they are. You are insult. Almost every single one of these adaptations is a like straight up insult to the reason why it even exists. And for me, that was really important. What was really important was that if I was going to do Naruto, I wanted to actually work with Naruto creator Masashi Kishimoto and get a script to a stage where he would look at it and be excited about realizing it. Good luck with that. Gracie added, because no one knows the world better than the person who created it. So that's a positive move. You guys will notice, or I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but One Piece, one of the only adaptations that had the input from the original creator, right, is the only one that worked out. So again, if we're going with factors that were put into like past performance, then this goes into the positive column, right? This is something that makes me think, okay, maybe there's some hope. It's not just someone that worked on the original Naruto, it's the creator. So if the creator's there and they don't kick him off like what they did with integral people that created Lord of the Rings, for example, then I have faith that it's going to be decent. It's going to be watchable. Um, I don't know what you guys might think about it, but yeah, that's that's my take on it. All right, so we're done here with Naruto. Let me take this down. All right. Next, we're going to go like all the way left with some weird stuff here that has to do with AI. It interests me. I think it's something worth talking about, especially considering like the video games industry. It's undeniably going to cost people. Oh, sorry, this is from Game Informer. It's undeniably going to cost people jobs inside the games industry's fight over artificial intelligence. This is from Shannon Liao. This is the show, or this is the episode with the weird surnames, or surnames I can't pronounce. Apologies, not weird, just I can't pronounce them. I've been speaking to ChatGPT for months. It swears up and down that it doesn't have feelings. It's not a person, but it can write me a short story in the style of Disco Elysium and F. Scott Fitzgerald about becoming a person and landing on Earth if I give it the right prompts. So, how much do we have to fear about AI taking over? The debate about generative AI and its capabilities and downside has exploded this year, being the topic du jour at the annual Game Developers Conference in San Francisco, California, and consuming the minds of executives, devs, and artists alike. Generative AI can make art and iterate on a line of dialogue faster than humans can, but humans are wary of using these tools and the toll they could take on jobs and copyrights around art and writing. So first off, everyone just needs to make peace with it. We all have to make peace. Game devs are not the only ones that will be affected by AI. Everyone is going to get affected by it. Um, it started very in a very rudimentary way to where people lost jobs in factories because there was now machines that could do their jobs um, uh, like so yeah, exactly, those machines that could do their job, so you don't need all the factory workers like in that line attaching the car or putting the car together. Now you just put the machines in the line and they work 24/7. They don't need life insurance, they don't need health insurance, they don't need days off, they don't need nothing, no visits to HR, nothing, right? All they're expensive like when you install them. The machines, they're expensive when you install them, but after that they're just generating profit for you at a scale and velocity that no human team could ever accomplish, right? So if you spend 100,000 on one machine, it'll make you back that money in a week or a month, right? The rest is just profit, and obviously you're gonna have to pay a bit on maintenance and repairs, but even that, even those expensive don't add up to whatever it would cost if you had a bunch of people in that line putting cars together, right? So that's how it started, but now we just have to make peace with the fact that it's just going to get worse, and everyone is up for grabs. Like let's look at who was at the GDC in San Francisco. Um, Consuming the minds. Okay, so execs are the people that will probably be the last to get affected by this. Probably won't ever get affected by it, not fully, right? Devs, I'm sorry, y'all are on the chopping block. What's probably going to happen is the AI is going to keep getting better and better and better. So the more rudimentary uh like sections or subsections of development is just going to get removed. Mostly what we're going to have is where you'd have a team of 30 people, right, working on a specific section of a game. You're going to have like six, one to be like the the overseer, right, the manager, and then the other five, they are going to do the like reviews of whatever the AI is tasked with doing, right? And if we already have a problem right now with too many games and the backlog is real and stuff, once AI is gets into the in in the industry, people are not just going to lose jobs. There's going to be more and more solid AA games coming out on a more frequent basis because the turnaround is not going to be that much. Crunch is not going to be a big problem. So devs definitely on the chopping block. Artists, I think artists is going to take a bit longer. Devs, I would give another 10 years. Artists, maybe 20, to where can the art generated can still be unique, right? Like from title to title. And even then it might be like it might never happen. Well, not never, but it might take longer than 20 years. Execs, I think execs will probably always exist. Yeah, on a human level. I don't see a machine ever taking a position of like a CEO and being effective at it, at like evaluating what is being put forward as this is a game idea we want to do, and then the machine being able to properly evaluate it and say this is, yeah, this can keep getting like funding or whatever, and then oh no, this one needs to stop, cut funding, move on to the next project. I don't think a machine will be able to decipher to that level. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do feel execs are exempt. It's still early days for many of these companies to turn out games that heavily rely on generative AI, but many execs are clear that they are certainly thinking about it, even as serious copyright issues arise over how AI gets its data. That's important. So here's a quote from Sony's AI Chief Operating Officer Michael Spranger. It's difficult for us to comment on generative AI except to the point that we are very interested to see how creators are using this technology, says Sony's AI chief. Okay, there's a discussion around this technology potentially impacting people. Some of the issues around rights, copyrights, are very important to us. Some gaming execs say like they can see AI cutting down on laborious and menial tasks. Exactly. The former head of Halo Infinite, Chris Lee, tells me that game developers have never been able to keep up with the demands of our audiences. I swear, like this is coming in, right? Like it's coming to help devs. It's really not. It's not. It's coming in like one of those things that it seems like a good idea at the beginning, but 5 hours later, right? You make a decision on a Friday night. You know what I'm talking about. Make a decision on a Friday night. 5 hours later, 6 hours later, you're like, damn it, why did I go left? I should have gone right. Um, in April, Blizzard's chief design officer Alan Adham told employees that an internal tool called Blizzard Diffusion, the company's version of Stable Diffusion, could be a major evolution in how we build and manage our games. When reached for comment, Blizzard Public Relations says the situation likely has not changed since. Generative AI, which powers tools like ChatGPT and Midjourney, uses computing power to find patterns in images and texts. In other words, it continuously iterates on what already exists, drawing on art and text from human creators, often without permission. This diminutive way of looking at art has some developers worried AI will spit out games that bore players who can tell when art is being reused and to used to being vocal. So this is me now reiterating what I said at the beginning, that you're still going to need people, right? You're just going to need considerably less people, but you're still going to need people to give you that human touch, right? The people that are going to, so there's a point that was brought up here that I didn't think about. Repetition. you can come up with prompts that'll make the AI look at a game like Remnant, for example, and as the AI is building the game, it looks too much like Remnant, or to the point where you might get sued by whoever owns Remnant. So you need humans to be able to look at it and be like, no, 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 that reload animation, we need to switch that up. That jogging animation, that needs to go. Um, the aesthetic of the game itself, like how does this world look? This needs to change. Make that brighter, make that a little darker, etc. You're going to need human beings to add that little original ish look. But if AI is involved in it, there's there's a good chance you're going to lose a lot of originality. That's just a fact, right? Because a lot of it's going to be prompt based. In April, Electronic Arts told the Wall Street Journal that it. Oh, welcome in, Blind. Welcome in, bro. Mahalo. Uh, in April, Electronic Arts told the Wall Street Journal that it was considering using generative AI in almost all of its games to draw up game levels, replacing the need to manually sketch them out by hand. So again, some levels in games are flawed in their look and in their design. AI would make levels that are too square or too perpendicular. You know, when something is too perfect, it kind of looks odd to the human eye, you know? And that's what we're going to have. You're going to lose the little discrepancies that you find because a human being drew it. When AI draws it, the curves will seem a bit too precise. You know, you probably won't see as much character in the character. Pardon a double barrel there, but yeah, Microsoft has shared that it could use AI to find bugs in games. See, now that's fine. AI needs if there's a certain section of gaming that I am okay with everyone just not being able to do that job. I'm sorry. I have nothing against them, right? But game testers, the fact is either you guys aren't doing enough or you don't have enough time to do it. But there's so many bugs in so many AAA games, especially, that it's like, okay, if there was an AI that could work 24/7, doesn't need breaks, won't make mistakes because they're going to do like a procedural check of every single thing in the game and report them 100% accurately, I would say this is where AI is definitely needed in gaming, finding bugs. A job formerly mostly delegated to humans. Yeah. Ubisoft built a tool called Ghostwriter, which uses AI to write lines of dialogue for non playable characters to help fill open worlds with chatter. This one, I'm a bit iffy in this one because it's like I'm good with the idea because then you won't have so many silent characters in open world games, but then it's like, won't they be a bit robotic? I don't think AI can make unique lines for 1,000 NPCs, for example, and then the lines actually sound unique. When people write them, it has a certain je ne sais quoi, you know, a certain it has the human soul in it, flawed flaws and all, but it has something there that it's like this is not just ones and zeros. Let's carry on. Creating believable large open worlds is a daunting task, says Yves Jacquier, Jacquer, I don't know, executive director of Ubisoft La Forge, the research and development team responsible for Ghostwriter in a May interview. Jacquer says that says that Ghostwriter was a request from writers who faced a difficult task of filling games with more than 100,000 lines of dialogue. This is one of those situations where you ask for help on something, right? And that thing that helps you eventually ends up replacing you. Because that's what you that's what's happening. With every game release that comes out, this AI is going to keep getting better and better and better to the point where it's like, oh, we don't need Mark. We don't need Susan. We don't need Tom. All right, get them up. It's cool. The AI's got this. Maybe writers should have just been like, let's just do our jobs. Let's get better at this. I don't know. He compared Ghostwriter to using procedural generation, and with Starfield, I think we can all agree that procedural generation is not great. Commonly used to automatically produce content in games to create millions of slightly different trees to give a player the simulation of a forest. Yeah, okay, so they're explaining procedural generation, which for forest, that's cool, right? For NPCs, you can have a situation where the NPCs are saying the exact same thing, and it's kind of like, this is this is not this is removing the immersion. It's not making it better, like at all. Carrying on, Jacques says players want to feel each character and situation in a world is unique, so AI can help. Yeah, AI can help. I just don't think right now it's good enough. I don't think it's ever going to be good enough. Maybe I'm wrong, but to the point where you can play a game like GTA 6 and every single character sounds unique. Wow, I don't see that happening. He adds that AI needs to assist the creator, not the creation, and as such cannot be a substitute to the original creation. And here I bring in the dead corpse of every corporation that I shit on or have been shitting on like my whole life. As soon as the AI can mimic, believably mimic the original creator, you're out. Why? Why? Because corporations don't care about the human touch. Corporations care about profit, and it costs a lot less, right? Because let's not lie to ourselves. The reason why many of many games don't take huge leaps and bounds every single sequel is because the corporation, right, exists to make the most amount of money with the least amount of work. So as soon as the AI makes a believable version of whatever it is the creator is making, then the creator's out. And that's going to happen from the bottom up. That's why trickle down economics is it's a scam, but that's a subject for another day. It's gonna go from the bottom up. That's why here in this article there's lots of like conversations about, oh no, the menial tasks, the useless stuff, oh game testers, oh writing script for 1,000 characters. That's the dude. How do you think Chat GPT got to be Chat GPT? They started with the menial tasks, and it kept getting better and better and better and better to where it's at now, and it's going to keep getting better. And that's how AI works. That's how it exists as a thing, right? And that ghostwriter needed writers to use it, otherwise it wouldn't work. Cut the cap, cut the cap. An AI startup, Didmo, says that it gives developers a way to automatically create three-dimensional characters in the style of a game without a delay. Okay, CEO Veronica Orvalho says we're helping game studios from executive producers to artists better manage costs. You see, this word is key, guys. Costs. As soon as AI can make a whole ass game and people will buy it, everyone's out of a job except for the execs because they're still going to need someone in the building to press like the prompt, right? To manually do it. Or they might even find a freaking AI that is built to analyze whatever's going on outside in the world and on social media and then come up with a premise for a game. They might as well build an AI that does that, right? Um, Soleil Game Studios, which makes fighting games like Naruto and Samurai Jack, has already used Didimo to make hundreds of non-playable characters. Didimo has new clients, and it is yet to announce that it has yet to announce. All right. Another company, InWorld AI, raising over $100 million in funding from investors, including Microsoft, Venture Capital, and Stanford University. InWorld helps developers create non-playable characters as well. Okay, so here's some quotes. Last year, when last year, when we've been talking to clients, we were trying to convince them that they need to have smart NPCs within their games because they would improve retention, engagement, and playtime. I won't even attempt to pronounce this name. What is this? Ilya Gelfenbein. Gelfenbein? Okay. CEO of InWorld and a former Google exec. Ooh, okay. Says end of last year, they all started to play with ChatGPT and basically faced all the challenges that we've been solving in the last 2 years. So this year, it's much easier to talk to all of them. They're prepared. They know what they're looking for. Gelfin says he could. Oh, so Ilya is a guy. I just assume. Anyway, Gelfenbein says he could not talk about the majority of his clients because the large AAA companies were extremely secretive, especially with their new titles. Again, the AAA is where it's all going to start, and then everyone's going to start doing it, or is already doing it. If we're being fair, Scenario.gg, which raised $6 million in seed funding in January, turns text prompts into images, pulling from a stable diffusion database which developers can place in games. Some smaller companies have been working with scenarios. Stable Diffusion uses a dataset of nearly 6 billion images scraped from the web, which contains several copyrighted creations. Scenario co-founder and CEO Emmanuel Demast says that generative AI in video games is a very competitive field. There's definitely a challenge to be ahead of everyone and have the most money and hire the biggest team and deliver the most comprehensive product, he says. So the demand is high, right? The demand is high because you wouldn't have so many companies doing the same thing and spending so much money on creating infrastructure, databases, etc., if no one is paying for it. So we should all assume that Sony's paying for this, Microsoft's paying for this, Nintendo's paying for this, EA, everyone is paying for this. It's a safe assumption to make, in my opinion. Demastre says that he monitors the evolving copyright situation as judges review lawsuits. If they rule that people train their data set and writing text prompts was sufficient human input, we might see the first AI-based copyrighted artwork. How would that even work? How? What? I need to read that again. Because that's blowing my mind. Hey, welcome in, G maybe. Welcome in. When costs overrule creativity, that is a problem. Dude, it's why like I'm okay, I'm gonna that's a good point, but I'm also gonna like re-emphasize your point using the Game Awards as a very good example. As soon as any industry starts making billions, then it just becomes about cost. Because whatever it is that you're doing, you're trying to minimize what you're spending to maximize what you receive, right? The Game Awards, you watch the previous Game Awards, there was so many, right? Like so many times the show would stop because people are getting their awards, they get on stage, they're given time to celebrate and be celebrated, right? But that was before the Game Awards became this monolith, right? Now, the things that made it special are pushed to the side, and now it's given what's given priority is ads, game trailers, announcements, essentially becoming another E3. That's all. That's all. And when we're talking about with the AI, it's the exact same thing that is already happening, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. We're going to have situations where a lot of these games, people were bitching about how the people that were bitching about how games were similar 10 years ago. Just wait. In 2030, just wait. You're going to miss 2018. You're going to miss it. Uh, true. It became a compromised product. Yes, it is a compromised product. That's why on Friday I was like surprised that everyone like Ham and Cozy and Matt, I was shocked on Friday's podcast that they were shocked at what the Game Awards did. I wasn't shocked at all. For me, as soon as, because I've seen it happen to everything that I love, that I've loved in my life, everything in terms of like companies, right? Not people, but everything. So from football, actual football, right? Like Manchester United and stuff like that. From football to comic books to comic book movies to video game, everything. There's no exceptions. As soon as the money starts pouring into any industry, their creativity, like it falls apart. It tanks. There's nothing there. The soul is gone. It's just about how much are we putting in, how much can we extract. That's all it is. Welcome in, Vic, the click. Yes, just like everything in life. I'm sorry. Whatever it is that you love right now, if you have a niche hobby that you love, I am the Grinch that's coming to take it. By I mean money. As soon as money starts flowing in abundantly, it all goes to shit. I'm shocked that anime and manga are haven't fallen down that rabbit hole. I think they will eventually, right? But I don't know what it is about Japan. I think those guys think very differently from everyone else. Them boys and girls do not mess around. So far, they seem like they're resisting the urge to commit seppuku on their souls, right? Like I'm talking about their craft. I'm talking about their body. I'm talking about their craft. They they keep the good stuff good, right? And they don't have, they're not afraid to offend anyone. They still make risque stuff, right? As far as like the West is concerned, they don't mess around. Hey, Richie, welcome in, welcome in. G maybe says Netflix is working on it. Ah, man, the Netflix animes aren't that bad. I did say that I liked The Witcher Blood Omens. That was good. I liked it. Also, Pluto is on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have seen Pluto. I'm currently watching it. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. This is my first time watching Pluto, and I'm having a blast. And I'm taking my time with it because when I first watched the first episode, I was like when it ended, I sat there like, oh my goodness, that was good. Like that was really good. So the first thing I did instead of watching the next episode, I was like, how many seasons is this? How many, how many, how many episodes of goodness do I have in my life before I have like an empty hole and I'm like, damn it, now I need to find another anime. So yeah. Richie, anime now is pure edgy revenge story copycats. Is Pluto like a recent anime? It's the one that comes to mind right now. Is it recent? Also, as far as revenge is concerned, I recently also watched Onimusha, also on Netflix, and it was interesting. It wasn't filled with, like you said, Reichi, edgy revenge story stuff. It was a lot of I I saw a lot of heart in Onimusha. There was some cowardice. There was I'm not gonna ruin it for anyone that hasn't watched it. Go and watch Onimusha. It's a very good show. Uh, as far as pure edgy revenge story copycats, Reichi, I can agree with one specific one that I saw on Netflix. Something something about a blue. I think it's blue-eyed samurai or something. Something about blue eyes. And I watched it for like 10, 15 minutes, and I got this this vibe that you're talking about, anime that's pure edgy revenge story stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna come back to this one day when I'm just brain dead and I want to enjoy just action for the sake of action. And then I stumbled across Onimusha, and it was very nice. So I'm not saying it does. Yeah, yeah, Blue Eye Samurai. Well, Vic, I'm sorry, man. For me, if you're talking about action wise, yes, I agree with you. Blue Eye Samurai is good, but I don't like the premise. I was bored. It seems shallow, like very shallow. The motivating factors seem very bland. It's the type of stuff that people used to meme old kung fu movies about. And for me, it's like, this looks nice. I'm gonna watch it one day. Now there's other stuff that seems more fun, and I just watch other stuff. Finished it, and I'm waiting for the next season. Hey, man, good for you, but good for you. For me, I'm good. Also, another good thing about waiting on stuff like that is that maybe when all the seasons are done, I'll just go watch the whole thing. Y'all can beta test it. Oh man, that it doesn't fit, but I checked it in there anyway. Anyway, let's wrap this one up because I think we can all agree that AI probably not a positive for gaming as a whole, especially on the creativity part. If we're talking about keeping costs down, sure, sure. And I'm sure we're going to get to the point because the same way now anyone can just hop on chat gpt, write a prompt, and it'll write you a 2000 word review for Starfield, right? um I'm sure at some point you'll be able to do like a prompt marathon and make a freaking game just with prompts, and anyone will be able to do that. It sounds like a utopia, but it's really not. It's really not. It's just surface level stuff, in my opinion. Not something that we should all be looking forward to. But that's just me. Um, let's move on to some positives, right? Let's talk about something that is actually that was actually a plus in, I think, in everyone else's day or life. CM Punk returns to the WWE. Um, Reichi, okay. Reichi says Netflix has a lot of variety, but many like Arifureta or the new one about witch hunting. Yo, this is another reason why I kind of rolled back my subscription on Crunchyroll. Time, guys. Me personally, I'm struggling with time. Um, so when you bring up these two animes, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add them to the list of stuff that uh, Vince suggested as well, like movies. I think it was No Country for Old Men. And when I find the time, I'm going to watch them. But right now, I only have space to watch like one live action show. Right now I'm watching Ozark and one anime. I'm not I'm not doing like six animes or two animes, three animes, and then I don't know how many shows. And then I also have time to go and watch the latest movie at the cinema. I don't have that time. I don't. I still haven't even gotten right to Vulcan Raven on Metal Gear. And my brother just gave me back my Xbox and I'm about to jump back into Starfield. Right? Remnant 2 is already up on the download stream. I need to play Remnant 2 with Ham and Cozy and Matt. I still haven't finished WRC 9. Time, like the backlog is real, guys. the backlog, the backlog is real. But let's go back to CM Punk. CM Punk's WWE return at Survivor Series sends shockwaves through the wrestling community. So my journey with wrestling, it was kind of a on again, off again thing, right? Until The Rock. One random ass afternoon when I was a kid in Zimbabwe, The Rock is on TV, and I'm like, it's those guys that fake fight, right? And then this guy is talking about himself in the third person, and I'm like, the fuck? Who does this guy think he is talking about himself in the third person? And he keeps going and going, and then he had a bit with a guitar or something, and it was hilarious. And then I saw him do the people's elbow on some random dude. I don't even remember who it was, and I was just enraptured. I was stuck on the TV, and I was like, "What time is it? When can I see this again?" And I was stuck. Like I watched wrestling until The Rock left, right? And then CM Punk shows up. How it was religious. Like when The Rock left, I used to watch wrestling religiously every single. I didn't miss Raw. I didn't miss SmackDown, right? And then he left, and I was like, I'll watch it when I'm available. And then the CM Punk, okay, but I would always watch the specials, like your Summer Slams and whatever. I would always watch this the specials. Richie, oh, okay. So you want me to cancel? Okay, hold on. Let me go to my sheet here and just delete Arifuta. Okay, just edgy. Okay, so anyway, going back, right? Going back, big the click. CM Punk, CM Punk. All right, so anyway, going back. The Rock left. He went Hollywood. I was like, I'll watch this once in a while. Definitely watch the specials. You're like your Summer Slams, blah blah blah, right? Uh, my favorite WWE special. Uh, what was my favorite? It was the one right after WrestleMania. Every single WrestleMania, there was a special after. If I'm not mistaken, it's Vengeance. I used to love, and I still do love, the specials right after WrestleMania, right? So that's what I used to do, just watch the specials. And then I noticed CM Punk started moving up the card. And I was like, let me watch this guy more often. Let me listen to what he says. And he's a pretty entertaining guy. I was like, okay, this guy is interesting, straight edge, blah, blah, blah. And then what was it called? Was it the pipe bomb? Or what was the name of it? Guys, he said, you guys remember it, right? Uh, it was almost before he left the WWE. He sat down with a mic. He sat, right? Cross-legged on the floor, on the ramp, and he just dished on everyone. Vince, Triple H, Stephanie, everybody. This guy just took a dump. And then he reserved, he also took a dump on The Rock, my guy, but he did it so well. I was like, I might as well applaud him. Like, fuck you, but okay, good job. Anyway, Yeah, pipe bomb. Exactly. Pipe bomb. That for me, that was like boom, right? And then he had this amazing run where he ended up taking the title and he left the WWE. I was just like, wow, give me more CM Punk, give me more. And I thought they were doing a bit, but it was real. And that's what made it special because it was real. The beef between CM Punk and the McMahons was real. And it spilled out in the real world. And I was just like, dude, if CM Punk came back, if he ever came back, motherfucker is back. So he came back, and I personally lost my shit. Like you guys probably saw it when you were awake, right? Because of the time difference. For me, it was the first thing I saw when I jumped on Twitter when I was at work, and I struggled to work that day. But let's go back to this article. Former WWE champion CM Punk sent the WWE Universe into a frenzy when he made a shock return at Saturday's Survivor Series. So this happened like 2 or 3 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. But I didn't have time to talk about it till today, so we're doing it today. Uh, a video posted online by the official WWE Twitter account shows the moment that CM Punk, whose real name is Phil Brooks, returned to WWE at Survivor Series on Saturday night. He entered the arena to roars of shouting and screaming from excited fans who appeared shocked and delighted by his dramatic comeback. Dude, can you imagine? Can you imagine being in being in the house when that happened? Because I'm sure no one expected this. Because again, like I said, the beef between CM Punk and the McMahons is real or was real before he came back. So it's like, dude, these guys, there's no way it's ever going to happen. It's not like some Brock Lesnar stuff or The Rock. No, they're busy doing other stuff and they will eventually return. It's like this dude has a vendetta against the WWE. There's no way he's coming back. Homeboy came back. WWE posted the same video on YouTube where it received over 4.1 million views and thousands of comments. It's kind of pathetic considering, like, I know it's not fair, but life is about comparison, all right? The reason why we know that a Series X is better than a Series S is because people compared, right? The reason we know that a Range Rover is better than a Toyota is because we compared. So I'm a compare. 4.1 billion views, GTA, right? I'm just saying, 4.1 million views. See, it's a bit pathetic. It's embarrassing. One person wrote, I feel like a kid again. I can't believe CM Punk is back in the W. Yes, I felt the same way. Uh, Another added, this has to be one of the biggest moments in WWE in years. While a third chimed in, 2023 finally got good. Yeah, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Uh, it was a good return because everybody was focused on Randy Orton's return match, and that's a good point. That's a good point. Everyone was just focused on Randy. I think Randy needs to chill for a bit, like a lot longer than what he did this last time. He's been wrestling for a minute. He needs like 2 years of just rest, you know? There's something called cumulative fatigue, and it does affect the human body. Hordes of wrestling fans on Twitter also shared their reactions to the news, with one person noting that it was the biggest pop in history of wrestling. Shut the fuck up. All right? Whoever that is, just shut up. Shut up. Right? Go back and watch videos of The Rock, Stone Cold, and freaking Hulk Hogan. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself. Get some help. When CM Punk walked out to greet the crowd, another enthusiastic spectator reflected on the special night, calling it the greatest return ever. Yeah, I would agree with that. This might be it. Because again, like I said before, everyone that has left, like your Stone Cold, The Rock, CM Punk, sorry, Stone Cold, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, all these guys, they all leave, so to speak, and then they come back, Brock Lesnar, etc. But the pop is not that big because it's like rumored that Brock Lesnar is going, Brock's coming back in the next special, then he doesn't come. Oh, Brock's coming back in the next one, then doesn't come. Oh, Brock's coming, then he comes. It's like fine, and he's done it. I don't know how many times, right? Sting, etc., etc. It just happens. Okay. CM Punk, no one was checking for CM Punk at WWE at least. No, no fans at all. There was no rumors. There was nothing. It was dead silent on CM Punk because this guy hates the McMahons and it's real. It's not a bit. It's not no face heel. It's like, dude, this is real. All right. Randy looked huge. Yeah, he does look huge, but he does need rest. He, I think he needs extended rest because of how many years he's been going consecutively. He needs to chill. And it's always his injuries are always the same. It's the shoulders all the time. There's something there, but we're just forcing this guy to go out there and carry the mantle of the big heel in the WWE because Roman for like he can try, he's kind of okay, but he sometimes you are what you are, dude. I'm sorry. Roman is never going to be a good heel in my opinion. The problem is that they try to force him too much as like a baby face, but he's never going to be like a heel like Randy. There's people that legit hate Randy, all right? And he looks like he has problems, his face. It's like you don't want to mess with that guy. CM Punk that's why even Randy when he does go babyface, it's never like 100% babyface. It's kind of like baby, but there's a bit of needle there, People are cheering, but it's like, yo, that guy is not really the good guy. Anyway, CM Punk is a former two-time WWE champion, three-time world heavyweight. Oh, okay, blah blah blah. They're talking about his history and some posts here. So yeah, I'm personally super excited for CM Punk's return. Um, as it stands, like I said, I don't have time. So what I'm doing is I'm watching the recaps. That's just the truth of it. I'm watching the recaps and I'm enjoying it. Previously, I didn't watch the weekly recaps. I just watched the recaps for the specials. Now I watch the weekly recaps and I'm having a blast. Let's move on. I'm sure you guys all saw this. The first Furiosa trailer reveals Anya Taylor-Joy as young Immortan Joe and a wild Chris Hemsworth. So I'm not sure if you guys saw this. Um, I have one. First off, I'm not.
Whatever you have to do.
Comes out, I'll let it come out, and then if it's a banger, I'll give it a
However
go.
long it takes.
But I'm not. I don't think it will be a banger.
Promise me you'll find your way home.
Let's see if it works out. For me, the first thing when I saw this is another
Give me this promise.
another movie franchise where they were like put a female protagonist and we're gonna make bank. For me, it's like, guys, have we not been paying attention? This model doesn't work. I mean, have we not been clear enough? Make something original, right? And put a female protagonist there. It's cool. Chris looks cool here. It's like, what? That's Thor? What? That's Thor. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Other than that,
start your engines.
popular franchise that we can put here and be like, you put a woman in it and make it gay, the South Park thing. the South Park meme. Put a woman, put a woman in it, and it'll be fine. Which to me is a disservice to the franchise, but also to the women that they put in these franchises, because it's like, oh, there's nothing we can make compelling with a woman unless it's something that's already been established by a man. That's what you are, whether directly or indirectly communicating. And just because people don't come out and say it doesn't mean they don't think it. Why am I sure? Check the sales. Check the box office sales for all of these movies where people sit there and do these maneuvers. What happens? Do they turn out to be these tentpole releases that change the world? And no, it just becomes fodder for people that have problems with women to point and say, oh, look, women can't. No, they can. They can. It's just messaging. Messaging can be overt and covert. When you do stuff like this, the message is overt. And the numbers at the box office, they show exactly that. Everyone understands what's happening now, and they're treating you accordingly. And it's not fair, in my opinion. There's people making decisions like, I'm not going to watch this because there's a woman lead there. No. The problem, your problem, right? The guy that's deciding not to go and watch, and the girls, because I've met some women that feel the same way. Their problem, and they don't even realize this, their problem is not that, oh, they put a woman lead. That's not their problem. Their problem is you sold me Obi-Wan Kenobi, the TV show. When I watch it, it's not Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan is 30% of the show. The rest of it is something else. I don't like that. So what did they do here? This is now worse. Now it's like, we're going to call it Kenobi, right? And then we're going to show you, even on the trailers, this is not about Kenobi. They could have just made this movie. Don't put anything with Mad Max there. Just make it. Make a movie in the desert, apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic, blah, 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 with the cars and everything. Oh, this looks like Mad Max, but it's not. Cool. When you do this and then you attach it with Mad Max, then you get all these guys like Hills versus Babyface and whatever going after you. And then the result, it's not going to do well. And then people are going to take the wrong message from it. Oh, it's because this. But no, that's not the reason. This might even be a good movie. But a lot of people have been burnt with these switches of this franchise that used to be male is now female. Too many people are not going to give it a chance. Unfortunately, I'm going to be one of them. I'm just being honest. Anyways, Furiosa is coming out when? When is this thing coming out? Okay, it's due for release on May 24th, 2024, after being delayed. So it's got delays as well. Make a note of this video. When this thing bombs, you'll know I said it. Next, we have hold on. There we go. Scream 7 firing decried as censorship in letter signed by more than 1,300 actors and artists. Wow, that's deep. More than 1,300 actors and artists have signed a letter condemning what they call censorship against speaking out on Palestine with the recent firing of Scream 7 star Melissa Barrera cited among the incidents. The letter was published by Artists for Palestine UK on Thursday. Among the signees, I don't know any of these people. The letter addressed to the arts and culture sector accuses many cultural institutions in Western countries of systematically repressing, silencing, and stigmatizing Palestinian voices and perspectives. This includes targeting and threatening the livelihoods of artists and arts workers who express solidarity with Palestinians, as well as canceling performances, screenings, talks, exhibitions, and book launches. It goes on. The letter cites various incidents, most focusing on the UK arts and literature scene, but also including the firing of Barrera from Scream 7. The news broke on November 21 that she was dropped from the sequel due to a series of social media posts on the conflict in Gaza, with the firing causing a stir of controversy on social media. It was revealed shortly after that co-star Jenna Ortega would also not be appearing in Scream 7, though that's reportedly because of scheduling issues with Wednesday. Other examples of censorship include the cancellation of lauded artist Ai Weiwei's London exhibition after a social media post about Gaza, the firing of editor in chief. Okay, so essentially, people uh, uh, were removed because of the whole war thing in Gaza. I'll be brief and try not to offend anyone, but obviously people will be offended. Um, in this world, everyone does what they can to protect their point of view. The West is the only, right? The West is specific, okay, the West, but the side that protects the traditional values of the West, that's the only side that's not allowed to protect and fight for their point of view. I find that very interesting and strange. Like everyone can do what they want to do for their interests, right? So the African nations, I'll give the example of, is it Togo? There's an African nation that stopped the mining work that the French government was doing, right? They did a revolution and they stopped the French government from mining. And people were like, yo, they're just defending their views and whatever, and it's cool. The Chinese, everyone knows they do what they want to do because of their cultural values, and that's cool. The Japanese, same thing. Um, the Arabs, same thing. Uh, Saudi Arabia, Iran, they can do whatever they want to do to protect whatever it is they believe in for their culture. That's fine. In the West, everyone on the left gets to do that as well. They can do whatever to protect their point of view. That's cool. It's only the people in the center or the people on the right in the West that it's like, no, 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 you should not defend your point of view. You should not defend your beliefs. You should just lay there and hope that you can die. And when you do, you're doing everyone else a favor. For me, that's very strange. And I can't mentally, I just can't. I can't reconcile with that theory that it's okay for everyone else to take up arms, so to speak, except for these guys. Because I was raised to be like, always try to put yourself in the other person's position. I would today. So one thing I don't want to be in the West is someone that is a centrist or someone on the right. I know those people. I don't want to be those guys. It is rough for those guys. Moving on, some levity. We're going to be talking about a car, a very controversial car, the Tesla Cybertruck. Tesla has officially launched the Cybertruck, its long anticipated electric pickup truck, handing off the first production units to customers at a delivery event today at the company's Giga Texas manufacturing plant. Okay, so first, Texas is still doing manufacturing. I thought everything was what was done in China. I'm shocked. Second, of course, Texas is still holding out. Of course, Texas is doing the Lord's work. Two versions will be available. A dual motor configuration priced at 79,000, 80,000 US dollars. That gets 340 miles of range and goes from 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. And a tri-motor performance spec priced at all right, these are still working. $100,000. That gives the Cybertruck 320 miles of range and sprints from 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. Is this a truck or a race car? Earlier this year, Tesla CEO Elon Musk, who also recently faced an advertiser boycott on Twitter over his endorsement of anti Semitic conspiracy theories, confirmed that the full size stainless steel EV truck had over 1 million reservations. What? There's 1 million people paying for this, which require prospective customers to put down a refundable $100 deposit in order to secure a place in line. Oh, okay. Okay. So a lot of people are going to back out. Musk has reportedly said that Tesla aims to produce 250,000 Cybertrucks per year once production is fully ramped up. With that milestone anticipated to be reached in 2025, this would place it firmly in the middle of Tesla's all EV lineup production-wise, with the Model S luxury sedan and Model X SUV combined for about 100,000 units per year, and the more affordable Model 3 sedan and Model Y crossover SUV combining for approximately 1.7 million units in 2023. Tesla has also been in limited production on the Tesla Semi and all-electric Class 8 semi-truck since December 2022. Approximately 7 units have been produced so far, all for PepsiCo. Okay, so I think this thing looks hideous. This is one of those things where I think people will buy it just so people can say, "Oh, look, Loke has a he has a what is this thing called? A Cybertruck? That's it. It's called a Cyber. Okay, Loke has a Cybertruck. That's why people will buy it. It's like niche for niche's sake. What are we doing here, Elon? Is he even making money off of this? It's a bit ridiculous, and they're ugly as hell. I mean, I'm sure he was going for like, let's make something that is unique, right? Like you can spot this thing any time of day, like a mile away. Like that's a Cybertruck. That's a Tesla Cybertruck. But this, like in terms of being unique, this is just like next level of hideous. Damn. Oof. Okay. Well, yeah. That's a plus, I guess. If you're worried about security and you don't want to have to buy a car and then have to like modify it, just buy a Tesla truck and then you're good. The strength of the truck was tested with a handgun, Tommy gun, and shotgun, withstanding impact from 9mm 45 caliber and 12 gauge rounds. Okay, I guess if you have the money to buy this, stuff like this matters, right? All right. Good luck with that. Let's move on. Let's go to the bookmark section of today's show. It's of my bookmarks this week are weird. They're very strange, but it is what happened. The first one, obviously, is like I said, Venomous Viper. Thank you so much for sending this. Thanks for ruining my day by sending me this crap. This is Twitch. So this is being reported by like Deserto. This is their official account. It's not someone pretending this is real or what. This is actually real. Okay, this is happening on.
What is this meta?
And also, like,
Where
anxious today.
what I want to know is
You
where
know
the
what I mean? Titan, thank you for the
that
tier
were
3.
crapping on
Thank you,
the
thank
people that were
you.
crapping on Grand
I
Theft
just
Auto.
want to relax today, so I don't really
Why
have any
why are
like
they not freaking out?
sub goals or anything like that. I feel
What is this meta?
and
Thank you. What is
also,
this meta?
like, anxious today. You know what I mean? Titan, thank you for the tier 3. Thank you, thank you. I just want to relax today, so I don't really have any like sub goals
I
or
just want to
anything
relax.
like that. I feel
All right.
What is this meta?
All right, let me turn the audio down. Let's check the comments. Let's check the comments. Because this for me is wild, right? Maybe this is me just being weird or just the backwards African or whatever. But this for me, this is a bit much. This is a bit much. Let's check the comments. This guy Twitch when they're told to ban these girls instead of all normal people. Let me
No way! I don't think so, pal. That's not how this works.
Yes. Yeah. That's Twitch. That is Twitch. At this point, I'm finna start oiling up my ass cheeks and make them clap on stream. Yeah, that deserves a like. Twitch went from gaming to softcore porn in a couple of years. Hey, man, anything for that engagement. The girl's mom, by the way, why are you doing this? Please come home. Your father and I are heartbroken. This is why I only stick on YouTube. Oh, damn. This is real, dude. It's not just that one chick. Look, this is what? Are you serious? This is happening. It's not just one person doing. Oh, Lord. This is sad. What's this? The state of Twitch. Dumb niggas. They can't get no pussy. Gassing up. Ugly. All right. Well, she's not ugly. Is she ugly? Okay. Okay, she's not pretty, but she's not ugly. It's just mad. We have lost the impact of shame in our society. Yeah, man, you cannot shame people. Otherwise, you are an ist or a phobe. One of the two. Twitch, when a small streamer streams copyrighted content, pissed off. When literally naked people have 1,000+ viewers, no problem. Yep. Going to start swinging my peen around with a sock on and call it content. What? Do you, bro? I got banned for a digital pixelated nose, by the way. Wow. Basically live OnlyFans. Yep. I missed myself from 30 seconds ago when I hadn't seen this shit. Oh, I'm sorry to everyone that has to get like traumatized by watching this. It's Twitch. It's Twitch. It's a Gundam. I warned of what would come, but they silenced me. Crucified by community guidelines. Wait, Gundam, are you Jesus? Dude, come on. The streamer right now positioning. Good luck. This generation is cooked. Are they oiled up? LMAO, Twitch is wild. Yep, Twitch is wild, Keith. Twitch is wild. Check this guy. I'm gonna need her link. I wanna risk. Okay, I think you wanna say I wanna ask. Okay, I wanna risk seeing her on Twitch, so I needed to block her. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, brother man is shook. Bro is looking for a name. Why? Why? Do you want to go watch? Remember when they said dress had to be situationally appropriate? Like bikini is okay if you're in a hot tub or in a beach, but what the F kind of context makes that acceptable on Twitch? Yeah, man. Twitch is something else. 91.5% garbage. Wow. Wow. Saw my Twitch account in the chat. Dude, why are you in the chat, bro? Why? Oh, okay, here we go. I was looking for someone to defend this. I got no issue with this personally. I just despise the hypocrisy at Twitch. They ban male creators. Yeah, exactly. They ban male creators over mean words, but allow females to be half naked. Just let it, just let it all on instead of picking and choosing what's allowed to break TOS. I think the thing is, Twitch is just becoming more or less how can I put okay, they're becoming more honest. Like they're making it clear like who is important and who isn't. They're not trying to like lie to people and con people. It's like no, ladies, do whatever. All right, just do whatever. Okay, guys, did you just call someone the R word? Get the fuck off. Simple. You know what I mean? Very simple. It's not rocket science. Oh boys, like hear me out. Should this be my new job? I don't know. Imagine a dude waving his balls on camera. Jesus Christ, man. Will these dears working at Twitch do something about it? No. See the amount of traffic that she's generating for them. So this again goes back, and I'm gonna feed this back into the whole Game Awards thing. It's not even about is this right? Is this moral? It's about metrics. It's about minimum goals, right? So she's doing it because she absolutely needs to maintain X amount of viewers, and the viewers had gone below her threshold. So she needed to shake them, right? According to her. Twitch needs to also maintain a certain amount of viewers. And they know that if they keep, if they let the female creators do whatever, then their metrics will always be positive. If you make the female creators stop doing the risque stuff and actually do the gaming stuff, the numbers are going to go down. Because most of the people that are on Twitch today and now aren't there for, oh my God, she knows how to pull out the 15 hit combo, Kazuya's 15 hit combo. You know, she knows she can actually beat Dark Souls. That's not what the viewership is there for. And the more risque the female content creators become, the more the audience gets accustomed to that specific type of behavior. So it's a vicious cycle that feeds into itself. It's never going to change. It's only going to get worse. So yeah. Yet you'll get banned on Twitch randomly, but these women are literally hey man, it's your fault. You were born with the wrong genitals. Um I wish making money was this simple for men. Again, dude, just do what I did or what I'm doing. Just go to the gym, work hard at your job, and hope for the best, bro. You can't get undressed and then get paid for it. You just can't. It's different privileges, man, for everyone. Okay, so everyone's just bitching. I was hoping to find a bunch of people, right? Like saying that this is wrong, this is right, and explaining their rationale, like defending it. I don't see that. Okay, here we go. I love how anytime something like this is posted, there's always at least half as many bookmarks as there are likes. I think we know what's going on at Twitch. Your porn addicts keep letting this stuff stay profitable, plain and simple. Okay, so first off, you didn't lie, right? Because the audience is there, right? But I'm going to use myself as an example. I bookmarked that not because I'm enjoying it, I'm going to consume it. No, I bookmarked it specifically for content purposes. Literally using it right now for content purposes, right? I'd like to say that at least 10% of all the bookmarks on most stuff, viral stuff at least, is content purposes for people to be like, yo, check this out. That was wild. But yeah, Twitch needs to stop this type of stuff. But yeah, sorry, going back to this, it's true. This is the viewership's fault. If anyone should be blamed, it's not the content creators, because the content creators do what the viewership rewards. So the viewers reward people that do stuff like this. You're going to get more people doing stuff like that. If everyone stopped watching videos like that and then started like making viral the female content creators that actually play games, suddenly the ones that do stuff like this would stop and be like, damn, now I need to get good at games. That's what would happen. But because everyone is rushing to go and watch stuff like this, then that's what is going to get propagated on the site. Twitch is cooked. Oh my lord. What is wow. Twitch is seriously losing touch with itself. Won't take long until they change their motto from broadcast yourself to prostitute yourself. Toasty is losing her mind. This one's uncomfortable. I swear, where are the simps? Where are the people that like this? Okay, here we go. The funniest part of this is she's actually showing even less than most of the hot tub category. We're just watching the power of implied nudity. That's a cute little cope. That's cute. It's not implied. All right. We're just not seeing any nipples, but this person is naked. I find it so funny that you can literally go watch the good streamers who deserve attention. Yes, but people choose to hate watch and complain instead. This guy could have shouted out a ton of those streamers, but just wanted to stare at tits instead. I disagree. I disagree. I think when bad things are happening, we, especially if this guy has a big platform, we have to point them out. This is equivalent to saying when Redfall came out, oh, there's so many great games that have already launched or that are currently launching, but TSWS chose to focus on Redfall. Bro, what are you talking about? Settle your tits. All right. Since we're talking about them, right? Settle down. OGB farmer. He could have done that. Maybe he does do it. All right. But then he allotted some time to highlight the vile rubbish that's going on Twitch. Is that okay? Is he allowed to make content on the other stuff? Or are we all forced as content creators to only focus on the positive, wholesome stuff that goes on in gaming? Is that the world you want to live in? This is not the Matrix, right? This is the real world. This one said, "Lol at everyone that whined about Kick being a bad platform. This is the internet. No matter the platform, wake up, y'all. For sure, for sure. We've had streamers show full-on brown starfish. They get a 3-day ban. We've had a streamer get piped, and I mean salad getting tossed. No permaban, and now this. That's the limit, Twitch. Let me show up next stream in a micro bikini. What TOS? What community guidelines? Oh Lord. Gaming journals pretending to be. Oh, come on. That's not fair, Zach. That is not fair. Not every journal is a icky bastard. Oh, y'all gotta stop giving people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true. It is our fault. We're definitely giving them the attention. Simping Twitch admins welcoming topless or thongs displaying full ass cheeks on camera. But the second there's a VTuber avatar showing a bit of ankle, they screech in fear and disgust. I guess it's hard to ban when both hands are busy elsewhere. Damn. Yeah. So that was pretty much this week's show. Thank you guys for coming through. Oh wow, we passed the 1 hour. Oh Lord, I want to keep it to like below an hour, but it's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Anyway, thanks for coming through. G Maybe, Raichi, Vic, The Click, Too Big, Blind Giant. Thank you guys for coming through and supporting. I hope to see you guys again next Sunday. Tomorrow it's the crossover with Ham and K Mega. This week they're doing it on TSWS Gaming. Tuesday it's the lowdown with me and Ham. Wednesday, Ham is doing the two-player podcast on Matt's channel. Thursday is Behind Them Sticks. Ham is going to be interviewing someone in gaming. Friday is Bullsitting with Cozy, me, Ham, Matt, and a special guest. I'm going to try and create like a consecutive medley of African content creators. Last week we had Ausius. We'll see what happens this coming week. Vic, take care, bro. Appreciate you guys. Make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you catch this video after. And yeah, this was fun. Let's do it again sometime soon.